we are having Hans-Peter from Denmark on our show. Hans-Peter is working for Danish Embassy. Hans-Peter, thank you so very much for coming. And Hans-Peter, your role in Danish Embassy, you're a commercial sector counsellor of water.
Correct.
Yeah. What does that mean? Because can you define a little bit about your job?
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to define. So everything related to water in India, that can be drinking water, that can be wastewater, that is actually under my responsibility. I'm not the only one. We have a full team.
Yeah.
But to make it very simple, if it is water, then it's me.
Okay, so it's water management.
Water management, and how to support the Indian society, the Indian government on the water-related issues.
Yes.
Like how to clean water, how to get sufficient drinking water, at the water quality, all that.
You know, coming from Denmark, and Denmark being, I think, one of the masters in saving water in the water technology, for instance. Where do you think where India stands there in that case? We're talking about wastage of water, for instance. Denmark is really good at saving water.
It's a big question.
Yeah.
I can't open a newspaper in India having some articles on water.
Yes.
The situation around water in India, it's I would say it's Denmark's side. We can help. Also important to say that we are not here to tell India exactly this is what you have to do. We are more here for inspiration. Because you can't just because something works in Denmark does not necessarily
absolutely
work
because the practicalities just are different.
In Denmark, we have had many years. I would say we have had 30-40 years to get the water situation to the good level where we are.
Okay.
And India does not have 30-40 years. India need to work much faster. But saying that, I think a lot of progress has been made, and I see a bright future for India in general. And talking about water, it will probably be one of the main focus in the years to come for the Indian government. It has to be. There's no. I mean,
there's no choice.
If we don't have water, what do we have?
Yes, of course. So what do you think? I understand that Denmark has 30 or 40 years of groundwork to where they came today, where they are today. That's a lot of foundation, strong foundation. But you also said India has to be quicker right now because, of course, we are running short of drinking water mainly and all that. And what do you think we can learn from Denmark? I mean, what could be the core thing which can be integrated into the Indian system?
I think the way use technology in Denmark, that will be a key part in handling the Indian water situation. I can just I just actually yesterday came from Bhopal, where we have supported a project from Danish government. Not a big project, but a project showcasing how you can use technology for farmland, how to optimize the water usage.
Yes.
And the effect is actually that the farmers they use less water. And they get a higher yield.
Wow.
So it's like a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
And technology is a key part of that. So I think technology in all kind of aspects is one of the major keys. And Denmark has technology.
Yes.
But I think Mr. Modi put it in a way for some conferences that India has the scale. Which is true in all aspects.
Yes, it has.
And Denmark has the skills. So these two things combined, I think it's a good.
It's a good match.
It's a good match.
Okay. Can Denmark learn anything from India? Is there anything which?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have a huge IT sector.
Yes.
You push out so many engineers to be involved with Indian companies, and that's actually something we actively work on at the embassy, how to connect Danish companies to Indian companies.
Yes.
And in that way maybe transfer technology to Indian companies.
Yeah.
Because what matters for India, it's not to import some technology or import something. What matters is actually to create jobs, to do things locally.
Make it more sustainable.
Yes, that matters a lot.
Yes.
We also work a lot with Danish companies trying to, new companies wanting to go to India, where they look at this huge market and they think, oh, this will be so fantastic.
Yes.
But if they don't understand that, for example, make in India, if they don't understand and if they don't act on that, they waste their time.
Okay, so it has to be made in India.
It has to be at least adopted to Indian conditions.
Yes.
Not maybe 100% made, but some parts from Denmark and then assembled in India, and refined to the Indian conditions.
Yes, absolutely, because also the weather conditions are very different.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, do you work, like you said now you're in Bhopal, so are you working with specific states or it's all over India you all work with?
We try to limit our effort to a few states. Tamil Nadu is one. Maharashtra is another one. UP is coming up. In a market like this, you have to focus.
Yeah. It's huge.
And so that's something we try to tell Danish companies. Don't run everywhere. You have to start somewhere. Work it out from there.
But also talking about Maharashtra, recently you all did a big conference on the sustainability of water management and stuff. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah. It was arranged. It took us, I would say, some months to get to that final event we had in October. The government part we wanted to work with, and that was MJP. I can't pronounce what it is in, but
of course.
And then we went to visit them first to get like a personal relation to them. Then we had a webinar where we invited from Indian side and some Danish companies, and then the final was actually where we invited for a physical event in Mumbai. And that went very well. We had more than 120.
So what is the focus of that event?
That is actually to show to the Indian side some Danish solutions and technologies, and connect Danish companies to Indian stakeholders.
So when you say Indian stakeholders, because it's water, I'm thinking it has to be government. State governments in this case.
It's basically a project. But we also have the contractors, the private contractors like Last and Tobro, like Tata, like Vabak, and they are the one actually implementing.
But they are probably nominated by the government. All right. Well, that's very interesting. You know, I hardly knew anything about what I only knew that water is a big problem in India. And it is, I think, not only in India, it's not limited to India, it's, I think, all over the world. And, but my one question, because now when you mentioned about the states you were focused before, like you said, Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, for instance, these both states have sea in common. It has any implication to your work? It like seawater. How does that affect with this water management? And
the seawater is probably more important in Tamil Nadu.
okay,
Because they have seawater intrusion. That means the seawater comes into
mixing up with the other water.
yes. Mixes up with the underground
Yes,
water.
yes.
Contaminates it.
Yes.
And they also have some projects where they actually convert seawater to drinking water.
Okay.
You can do it.
Yes.
It's a matter of actually boiling the seawater, taking away the salt.
Desalination.
Desalination.
Yes.
Yeah,
This I know from Maldives, since I was living in Maldives.
all right.
Maldives does that.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
I remember that.
But it's a costly
Fair.
process. Will it be sustainable in India? I'm not sure. It depends.
Okay.
It depends on how critical the situation will be.
Okay.
In
How about
Italy-
Maharashtra in that case? Maharashtra is also sea.
Yeah.
Sea, yeah.
Yeah, we are not so involved in
there.
desalination.
Okay, in desalination.
In
Okay.
Maharashtra.
In Maharashtra, okay. But work aside now,
Yeah.
now you're working in India.
Yeah.
But before that, you also visited India
Yeah.
for work.
Oh yeah.
So did that make you feel like, okay, I need to take a job in India or something like that? Did that, or you just got this opportunity and then took it? How did that work for you?
Yeah. You know, if you go a little bit back, my first visit to India was actually 1980.
Oh, that's
1980. I was a young engineering student.
okay.
I got the opportunity to United Nations. They had some program
Yes.
where you could go to another country, stay with a family in that
Yes,
country.
yes,
and
yes.
through that,
The exchange students.
yes,
Yeah.
So I did that. I did that in '79. I did it in Thailand,
Okay.
which was a big experience for me. I mean, I was young, 20-something years, living with a Thai family for some time, and also had the opportunity to travel around.
Yes.
So the year after, I said to myself, I want to do it again, but in a different country. So I chose India. Why India? I don't know. Maybe because you had to pay for your flight ticket, everything. So maybe because India was a more affordable for
yes, naturally as a student, of course. Yeah.
So I stayed with one family in Trichy. In Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
And then after that, I stayed with another family in Hyderabad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that, of course, gave me a lot of insight in the culture, in how India was.
Yeah.
Improved a lot.
Yes.
And then after that, I was working. Then after graduation, I was working with an IT company in Denmark, and they were actually one of the first that outsourced software to India.
Okay.
And we had a company in Bangalore.
Yeah.
I was one of the directors in that company in Denmark.
Yeah.
So we set up this company in Bangalore, and the Danish Prime Minister, he was there to open. It was back in 94 or something.
Okay, so still the beginning of the
early days.
Yeah,
very early.
Very early, yeah.
And I tell you, it went out to be a disaster.
Oh.
It was much too early.
Okay.
Not to blame the Indian side. I think it was more the way from this idea that, okay, we take some software, we give it to somebody in India,
outsource.
They will make it, we take it back, and but all the management side was very difficult, very difficult
back then.
So the company was actually sold to Maersk Data, and merged with Maersk. That happened in the year 2000, I think.
Okay.
And then Maersk had a similar operation in Chennai.
Okay.
So they merged these things together.
Okay.
But in the early 90s, that was early.
Yeah, I think it was new for everybody. The IT was quite quite new. But still, it's a daring step for you guys to come in. I mean, for being the first company to thinking of outsourcing.
We were among the first, at least from Denmark.
From Denmark, that's what I mean. But that's a daring step, of course.
And then later I was based in Dubai. Then I was based in Dubai, and there we had the opportunity to go on vacation. And India was, I mean, it's not that far.
Yeah, short.
So we had a number of visits to Kerala, to Tamil Nadu, to Mumbai, to Jaipur, all that.
Any favorite place?
Yeah.
Which one?
So, which one? I don't know.
I'll pick two.
Agra is probably, Taj Mahal is probably
your favorite place.
A place you want to come back to.
Okay, that's
I've been so many times, I think. But yeah, but there's always something to admire. And
to admire, that's very nice. What about cuisine? Do you enjoy Indian cuisine?
To be honest, not that much.
Not that much?
No.
You're not the person. So while we were in Dubai, what were you eating? More European?
In Dubai, you can get
everything. Yes,
everything. Of course, the Indian cuisine is there. Because there are a lot of
there's a lot of
but the Arab cuisine is fantastic.
Yes, it's mine.
Lebanese, the Lebanese part of it. I mean, it's
you like it. That's your favorite.
Absolutely.
But thinking about now, when you were very, very young as a student, when you traveled to Thailand and India, must have been very tough for you, the food habits. Because Thailand is really also very spicy. I mean, spicy in the sense it's chilly. The chili really strong. And does Thailand have problems with water management? I'm just Thailand.
They got the same issues like here. And if you go to Africa, they have exactly the same issues. If you go to Europe, you will find spots where there are many issues related to water. in different ways. But was that a decision
to come back to work.
Coming back. I would let me put it this way. I kind of knew what am I going into.
Yes. So you were prepared.
I was kind. I mean, I've been there so many times, so I could not get too many surprises on the traffic or I mean how things work.
Cultural shock.
So, where you see some people coming to India for the first time.
Yes.
They
agreed. There's a bigger cultural shock.
Maybe some shocks.
Yes. But what about your wife? Okay, but she was traveling.
She has been with me. We have been traveling together.
So it was okay. It was kind of, she was prepared mentally.
Absolutely.
But you were also a vivid golfer.
Yeah.
How does that work for you here in India?
Here, I got my golf set here, but and we have been playing different. There's a course close to Qutub Minar.
Yes, Qutub Minar.
Yes. That's more public.
Golf
owned by Delhi.
I know a lot of people go there actually.
Delhi municipality has.
Okay.
And there are a few accessible.
Okay.
But then there are the new ones in
Gurgaon and Noida. Yes.
I mean. They are really
good ones. So what do you think about the standard-wise? You think they are good standard? They're maintaining them well?
Oh yeah.
The golf
courses? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. For what I have seen, the situation here. I mean, here you need to have a caddy.
Yes.
So that means if you are 4 players, then you are suddenly 8 people running around. So I was hoping to do more golfing here, but it doesn't materialize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that because you're too busy, or is it because...
both. Yeah, I would say both.
You would say both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think this is the perfect weather for golfing.
It is.
Yeah.
But during the summer, it's too hot.
Too hot. Yes. But in In Dubai, did you play golf in Dubai?
Yes, I did. I did.
But it's also very hot in summers.
It's hot, yeah.
I think thank you, Hans-Peter, for coming on my show. I've learned a lot about water today.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.